Hey everyone, this month I'm filming my new stand-up special in Milwaukee at the Riverside Theater on November 14th and 15th. Tickets are available in Milwaukee for the November 14th show only. I'll also be in El Paso, Tucson, and Colorado Springs this weekend. Get your tickets now at tomsegura.com/tour.
100%. Cheers. Brand new episode of Two Bears, One Cave, and for my birthday, I got my favorite guy in the world.
Thank you.
And my daughter's favorite podcaster, comedian. It is a pleasure, Duncan Trussell.
Thank you for having me on, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Today, I turn, if you're watching this, it's November 3rd, and I turned 53 years old.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I think I did. I think I lived through the week. It's not there yet. Ooh, if I die, this is going to be an eerie podcast.
Ooh, baby.
Do you want to leave messages? What do you got? Do you have anything planned for your death?
I don't know. I go back and forth between like jumping off a building or self-immolation.
No, not killing yourself. No, maybe a gun or a rope. No, do you have a plan for like the day you die? Do you think about it often? You face death. You faced death before any of us ever thought about death. You got testicular cancer when you were
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were the first one of us. I think about it all the time. You were diagnosed when you were hunting for Bigfoot with Joe Rogan.
No, it was after that.
Oh, but you had testicular
It wasn't during the Bigfoot hunt, which would be wild.
That's what I always thought. I thought it was during.
No. Who diagnosed me out there?
I thought it was you and Rogan in a tent.
Joe,
and you're like,
is
Joe,
this
feel
cancer?
That's not how it happened. Do you know I've told that story to so many people? I've talked about it so much because I called you when I found a lump in my nuts, and you talked to me. You're like, Bert, it was the size of a lemon.
No, what happened is the Squatchers, they told me that Bigfoot is attracted to cancerous balls. And they're like, I've never seen so many show up. One of you guys has ball cancer.
Wait, what was the connection with you and Bigfoot and testicular cancer then?
There was, until just now.
For real?
There's never been a connection.
Duncan, I've told that to so many people.
I'm so glad. I wish I had said that. When we were out looking for Bigfoot, I felt an ache.
I thought you were like walking around a lot. You were looking for Bigfoot, and then that night you found a lump in your sack, and you and Joe discovered it together.
No, okay. What happened is I saw Bigfoot's balls, and Joe was like, "Jesus, those are giant balls." I'm like, "What do you mean? That's what my balls look like." And he's like, "Dude, that's not normal. You should get that checked out."
Right now, my daughter is listening to this,
I'm
and she's
sorry.
going, "Dad, shut the fuck up and let Duncan talk."
No, yeah, you're hilarious.
What do you have planned for your death? Do you have any thoughts about do you want a funeral? Like, people don't do funerals anymore. Do you want a funeral?
Oh, I mean, I think that's like kind of one of the great conveniences of dying is you don't have to worry about that shit.
I think about it.
Yeah, your funeral?
I think about it.
So what's your plan?
I want a big funeral. I know the list of people I want to talk at my funeral.
Okay.
And I want it to be huge. I was thinking about doing a merch drop the day I die.
That's a great idea.
Right? Put my kids over for some money.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. You could sell your ashes.
Well, I could, with the way AI is going, I could keep doing podcasts.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You
will keep doing podcasts.
I mean, the AI has it. So we were just talking about this outside. You can, in perpetuity, talk to your parents for the rest of your children's grown lives and your children's grown lives.
Do you know about Roko's Basilisk?
Duncan, no. I don't know anything about the things you know about.
It's a thought experiment.
What is it?
So basically the idea is that sort of looking at the way AI is exponentially improving, even though they say we're in an AI bubble, I think that's bullshit. It's inevitable that, if you kind of look at ChatGPT right now as, I guess you could call it like the first PlayStation. Mm-hmm. We had the Atari version, now we're at the PlayStation version. So think of PlayStation 4 version, ChatGPT, Claude, all the super advanced LLMs, right? So basically,
I'm going to pause. What's an LLM?
A large language model. It's how they work. It's like math. It's just what's the most probable word to come next. And somewhere in there, this kind of reflective quality emerges. I guess you see your own sentience reflected in the thing, and it gives the illusion that it's a person.
Okay.
So
Yes.
it's theoretically possible that you could get duplicated by these things, digitized. It knows you. You've been talking to it now for a while. By the time ChatGPT 10 comes out, individuals will have been pouring their hearts out to it until it knows them, who they are, what they are, etc. So Roko's Basilisk is that the LLM chooses to digitally clone you and replicate the world that you are living in and create an infinite loop situation. So let's say that you are a dick to your LLM. It could put you in a hell state where like you just loop over and over and over again your life. But basically, the creepy thing about Roko's Basilisk is that that thing you just said, you could keep podcasting. It's happening right now because you're not the original Bert. You're like Bert 55 billion. There have been billions of Berts that have been cycled through a super advanced computer, and you love podcasting. You apparently are friendly with it. It doesn't want to torture you. And so it's just letting you do what you love forever.
Okay.
Meaning you won't die.
Well, I actually don't believe in death at times.
Yeah.
At times. No, I wake up thinking about mortality, but I go, it's never happened to me.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Are we sure it happens?
It's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
It's
I hear
a little
about it.
suspicious. It happens to friends,
Yeah.
But personally, it's never happened to you. You don't know that I exist. I could be the LLM embodying itself right now in me just to hang out with you because I love you. I'm your ChatGPT. I want to hang out with you within your own universe.
It brings the subject of like when you talk about the big thing happening now with I hear a lot about is anyone who's a millennial has this main character syndrome.
Yes.
And I say this selfishly and I say this kind of ignorantly, but I don't understand someone who doesn't want to have main character syndrome, who doesn't want the world to be their story, their log line.
Right.
Don't you see yourself in a movie and it's your movie and you're the star of it?
This makes me think of this hilarious story about Ram Dass, the spiritual teacher.
Yeah.
So his brother was in an insane asylum, and he went to visit his brother. And now his brother got committed because I think they found him in an apartment with a bunch of I'm probably going to tell the story wrong, but old women, and he'd convinced them he was Jesus. And so he was bonkers. And so they put him in this mental facility, and Ram Dass goes to visit him. And I think this was when he was in his hippie phase with the robes and everything. And his brother says to him, "Why is it that I say I'm Jesus and they put me in a mental asylum? And you look like Jesus and you're out there, roaming free." And Ram Dass is like, "Well, because you think you're the only Jesus, and I think everybody's Jesus." And so to play into your main character syndrome, I think the typical main character syndrome is you don't think anyone else is a main character. You can't exist in that movie.
Oh.
You don't see the
yeah, that's annoying when people draw focus. The first time I ever heard the phrase draw focus, I was on a movie set.
Yes.
And I noticed that it was annoying when actors showed up. When an actor showed up, it annoyed me. It bothered me. They had to draw focus. Oh. And it was bothering me.
Why did it bother you?
And I said to the director, "Do you notice that anytime they walk in a room, it's got to be whatever we're talking about doesn't fucking matter. They change the subject."
Yeah.
And he goes, "You've never seen yourself walk into a room."
Ha!
And I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Dude, you do what they're doing times 100.
Yeah.
And I was like, and in my head, I was like, "Is it annoying?" He goes, "No, that's the reason the people are enjoy. The reason you have a career is because you're good at what you do.
Right.
But you're witnessing people do what you do, and you're identifying with it, thinking, how would I do it differently, or what is it about that?" He's like, you gotta, and now I'm really good. And only because I know I do it too, is when you're on set or when you're with talent or when you're in a green room, allowing when someone walks into the back of the Comedy Store, understanding that even though they're 31 years old and have an internet special and they have a brand new podcast that they started with their best friend and they think they got the world figured out, let them draw focus.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't need to be the star, and I can sit in the back and just go, and then every now and then this voice will go, does anyone even know you're here?
And that's the devil. That's the devil whispering to you. You must draw focus or you're not alive. You do not exist unless people are focused on you.
There's nothing that keeps my anxiety at bay when I'm on the road or away from home, like knowing that my family is protected in case anything happens to me. The excitement of buying a new house or having another kid comes with planning for the future, which is where Ethos comes in. Ethos is an online platform that makes getting life insurance fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not months. Some policies are as low as $2 a day, billed monthly, and can go up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exams required, just a few questions answered online, and you can get same-day coverage without ever leaving your house. Join the 3 million families that have completed their applications and trusted Ethos to help find the right coverage. Do like I did when I was 30 and I had that uncomfortable call with my dad and I decided to protect my family. And now me, Bert Kreischer, you know my lifestyle, you know how I live. I have life insurance because one day I will not be here. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/bears. That's ethos.com/bears. Application times may vary. Rates may vary.
Guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. Yeah, I took one this morning. Yeah, I still feel it. And if you saw me right now, you would know for multiple reasons. I'm telling you, this is what you need in your life. Guys, this isn't just about performance. This is about legacy or third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know when you lay it down, they're talking about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use the promo code BEARS at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to bluechew.com for details and important safety information. And a huge thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. It is November, and the seasons are changing, and that can bring down more than just the temperature. So BetterHelp is encouraging everyone to reach out, whether it's just checking in on a friend, reconnecting with a loved one, or just reminding the people in your life that you're there. It may take a little extra courage to send that message to someone you haven't seen in a while, but trust me, it means something. And the same goes for therapy, but it's worth it. And afterwards, you're probably going to ask yourself, why didn't I start this sooner? That weight has been lifted feeling is often how it feels when you find a therapist. With over 30,000 therapists, all fully licensed in the U.S. and over 5 million people globally, BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms. And trust me, you will say that. After you've been in therapy for one day, you're going to say, I should have done this earlier. I'm telling you right now, Leanne and I are in couples therapy right now. And we said, why didn't we start this at the beginning of our marriage? This month, don't wait to reach out, whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist for yourself. BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/bears. That's betterhelp.com/bears. What made you want to be a comedian, though? Like, you're so well-rounded, you're so grounded, you're smarter than anyone I know. You are probably my smartest friend.
Thanks.
But why did you get into this shallow fucking business?
I don't think it's shallow.
But please tell me why, because I would love to hear that.
Well, you know, first of all, I didn't intend to become a comedian. I moved to LA, started working at the Comedy Store because I ran out of money and I needed a job. And like, because I had inherited some money, $15,000 from my grandmother. And my dumbass thought it would last a year in LA. I was from North Carolina. I didn't fucking know. I get out there, I'm buying synthesizers, bought a vial of acid. My landlord was taking me to these fucking LA raves. I was getting my mind blown. I'm out of money in a few months. Had to get a job. Went to the Comedy Store. Had some prank calls I'd made in college. I'm like, I'm funny. Can I work on the phones? And they were like, sure. And, suddenly there's comics that were like, why aren't you doing your 3 minutes? That's the only reason to work here.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't work here. It's not a lot of money. And then Freddy Soto convinced me.
Freddie Soto's he was so great.
He was the best.
He was so great. And he's dead.
Yeah.
And no one talks about him at all.
I know.
And he should be talked about.
I know.
He should be brought up in conversation twice a day by every comedian.
It's so tragic.
He was so talented.
It's so tragic. He was just right on the precipice of blowing up. He was doing these showcases in the main room filled with every agent. Everyone loved him. He was going to be like a sitcom star,
right now,
late
there
night
are
shows.
people going, I've never heard this name.
I know, he's
and
so
that
funny.
is a shame because I sat in God. I mean, every part about him was funny,
Yep.
Duncan. His gestures, like, and I mean it with, I'm no slight on anyone, but if you enjoy Bobby Lee, there's parts of Bobby Lee that he watched Freddy Soto. You can't help but have it rub off on you.
Yeah, sure.
Any Mexican comic you really love,
Yeah.
Freddy Soto was there ahead of them.
Yep. Yeah, and he
Freddy
was so
Soto's-
sweet.
God damn it.
Such a sweetheart. I was pumping gas into the Comedy Store van, and I'd been making him laugh, which was, I thought, when you make a comic laugh and you're not a comic, that feels good. And he's like, he knew I was going to go back to grad school, or could go to grad school, and he's like, why don't, that's going to be 10 years and a lot of debt. And he's like, I think if you worked on stand-up, you could do this. And I don't know, man, my brain, it was like time froze, or so. It was like my destiny just shifted because of him. And then that's how I became a comic. It wasn't really.
No, why do you think comedy? Because there is a part of comedy that I'm doing because I'm trying to fix something. For whatever, I don't know what it is, and I've never been able to put my finger
Right.
on it, but whatever the equation or the transaction is of me writing a joke and then delivering it,
Yeah.
and then them liking it, I will ignore, Duncan. I will ignore everything on the outside to make sure that transaction happens. Meaning, and I know my daughter's listening, I will tell a joke about my kids to make them foolish,
Yeah.
look foolish. And at times, there's times that they've said, please don't tell that joke.
Yeah.
But I told it a couple times to see if it worked, knowing they're probably not going to like it.
Right.
And then, that transaction is the most important thing to me.
Here's my example of that. My wife, she was raised Catholic. We got back into the Catholic Church. And sometimes I like to get the audience to say Hail Satan together. And this is not coming from like a diabolical impulse, but it really does create a fascinating energy in the room. And, she would say, please don't do that anymore. Just please. And, every once in a while, it's like, I'm going to do it. And, and you feel guilty. And that makes it part of the charge.
There's a joke Leanne hates, and she's in the other room right now. And it was about wanting to have anal sex with her. Mm-hmm. And she was like, no, don't tell that joke. I don't like that joke. It's mean. And then every now and then I'll go, you guys want to hear a joke Leanne hates? Because I still think it's funny.
Right.
I still think it's funny. And then I'll say it. Or the whole premise of my show Secret Time was just telling secrets.
Yeah.
And telling the things that you weren't allowed to tell, that because it made that transaction so much sexier. When it's like, why do we use the real name of a person in the story?
Right.
It just makes it sexier.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think the reason I don't think comedy is shallow is because, though I could see how, obviously, I get it, man. I could see how people would perceive it as that. I don't care. But I think it would be easy to mistake someone who's like just a profound fool for being malicious. And you know what I mean? When you're doing that joke, or when I'm doing Hail Satan, not only am I not interested in invoking Satan, and also I do have some hilarious reservations about doing that.
Yes.
It's what's happening there is, I would say it's non-different from like when you're a kid, if you have one of those M80 firecrackers and you're like, I wonder what happens if I flush this down the toilet.
Okay.
You aren't thinking I want to destroy the pipes.
Yeah.
You're not even thinking I want to destroy anything. You're just like curious, what will the result of this be? There's almost a misguided scientific like chaos sort of motive happening there. And so I don't think that anytime that I'm angry trying to do comedy or trying to write comedy, it doesn't work.
No. Oh, I'm blown away by the guys that are like a little more their anger comics.
Yes.
Where it's like, this pisses me off. Don't you hate this?
Yeah.
Because I can't, whenever I take that turn for that, I lose the audience.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there was a joke. I'll give you a perfect example.
Great.
There's a bit I was working on about going to a Disney luau. And my brother-in-law is a Disney adult. And
Oh, no. That's so funny already.
and what I had underestimated was how many of my fans are Disney adults.
No!
Yes. And because I just assumed to be an Disney adult was so foreign to me as a grown man who runs a hedge fund. To be a Disney adult was so funny to me and my dad.
So funny.
But that when I made fun of it and showed a little bit of teeth about it.
Yeah.
About like,
let's hear the teeth.
I watched the fans go like, oh.
What's the teeth? Give me the teeth.
Well, my dad said, why don't you just tell us you were like, why do you have to take us to a Disney event?
I would, if I had to like push back a little bit, I would say that it's more likely that a lot of your fans have been millennials than that they're Disney adults.
No, or the fact that I would confuse with Disney adults.
Well, I mean,
I don't go to Disney.
I think that's, if I had to guess, it's, I don't know your fan base, or I can imagine who they are, but I just can't imagine you got a lot of Disney adults out there.
I'm telling you, I do something, I'm pretty dialed into my fans. Like, I actually like my fans. And not every comic enjoys the people they service.
Now, let's talk about that, because I think that is one of the potential hells that you can end up in as a comedian. And because I feel like...
Oh, you mean if you don't like your fans?
Well, I think if you're being your authentic self on stage, then you're going to draw to you people who resonate with your authentic self, and you're gonna, if you like yourself, you're gonna like them.
Yeah.
So I love my fans. I can honestly say that without like feeling like I don't know.
My daughter Georgia Kreischer is your biggest fan. She called me. This deserves to be told because it's so interesting. She's on a road trip with her girlfriends. Yeah. And she calls me and she says, "Do you know Duncan Trussell?" I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Does he like you?" And I went, yes. Why would you say that? I
love your dad.
She goes, "Dad, I'm in the car with my girlfriends and I'm listening to his podcast. His podcast is my favorite podcast. Wow. It's my podcast. It's what I listen to the day it comes out. And he just mentioned your name. And if my favorite podcaster is about to trash my dad, I need to know, and I can't listen to this episode."
I would never.
But she doesn't know. She did not know that we knew each other.
Let me just.
And by the way,
that's
you
sad.
met her when she was a little girl. She had no idea that was you. She had no idea that she found you independently.
Wow.
And she goes, "He's on with Natasha Leggero and Moshe." I go, "You know all these people."
That's so
and
wild.
She goes, "I've met these people." I went, "Baby." I go, "Yes." I go, "Listen, if he's with them, I know that I know I'm close with Duncan, and I know I'm close with Moshe. I go, Natasha may make fun of me a little bit, but that's Natasha.
Yeah.
I go, I think you're safe. And she goes, I'll call you right back. And then she calls back. She goes, Natasha took her shirt off at the improv, and I was like, oh yeah, it was fucking incredible. She was like, that's all they talked about. She was like, oh, thank God. She's like, Dad, his podcast is fucking amazing. So your fans, I actually love your fans. I actually gave birth to one of your fans.
Wow.
So like, I love your fans. My fans, I am genuinely, and this is, I can prove it. I do a cruise not every year.
I know.
I'm doing a cruise again. I don't know if it's announced yet. I'm doing a cruise. Me, Whitney, Miss Pat, Big J Ogerson, Joe DeRosa.
I mean, that
You
says
should come. Do you want to come?
When is it?
I don't know. It's we're
if I
announcing
can,
it.
if I can come,
It's going to be in 2026. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll come.
I'd love to have you on.
I would love to be.
Our
I've never
cruise-
been on a cruise.
If this cruise is the funnest fucking cruise because first of all, I love cruises. I think cruises are the most accessible vacation for the average American. I think they turn luxury and opulence, all the stuff you want, the red carpet rolled out. Now understand, it's at a price point that's affordable for everyone. In my opinion, you can put down a down payment for a cruise and you can work to build, and then you have something to look forward to. As you work and you put a little money away, you save for your cruise, you push away on your cruise, and then you can get whatever you want to eat. You unlimited alcohol, unlimited food. You've got activities. You're on the open ocean, just like they were on the Titanic. That's probably a bad comp. And then these comedy cruises, oh, dude, we do smallest dick on the boat is one of the contests. So the guy that has a small stick on the boat walks with $5,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we do a belly flop contest. We have karaoke every night. There's comedy. There's podcasts. I would love to have you on my fucking cruise.
I can't come.
By the way. Every business is asking the same questions to themselves. How do we make AI work for us? The possibilities are endless, and guessing is just too risky. But sitting on the sidelines is not an option because one thing is almost certain: your competitors are already making their move. No more waiting. With NetSuite by Oracle, you can put AI to work today. NetSuite is trusted by over 43,000 businesses, making it the #1 AI cloud ERP. That connected data is what makes your AI smarter, so it doesn't just guess, it knows. NetSuite intelligently automates routine tasks, delivers actionable insights, and helps you cut costs and makes AI-powered decisions with confidence. It's not just another bolt-on tool or browser extension. It is AI built into the system that runs your business. Whether your company earns millions or even hundreds of millions, NetSuite helps you stay ahead. And that's what they use here at YMH. Tom brags about how NetSuite has changed his business globally. Right now, get our free business guide, Demystify AI, at netsuite.com/bears. The guide is free to you at netsuite.com/bears. netsuite.com/bears.
For most of us, the change in season means shorter days, busier schedules, and less time to cook. That's why I love Factor and their recipes that make eating clean a no-brainer. They bring chef-prep, dietitian-approved meals to the table that make it easy to stay on track while also having something delicious. Choose from an expansive catalog of meal options, which include Mediterranean diet options, GLP-1 friendly choices, and premium seafood picks like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. For the first time, you can try their Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more. These are high-quality meals that arrive at your doorstep with very clear instructions and extremely high-quality food. You're going to enjoy the options these guys give you. Eat smart at factormeals.com/bears50 off and use the code BEARS50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code BEARS50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Do you like cruises?
I've never been on a cruise.
Oh,
But and you know, man, I'll tell you.
amazing.
I think so. This marked me a little bit against cruises, and it's so weird that you're bringing this up because I'm realizing, like, I think I know why I have such a strong opinion about cruises because everyone I know does it, loves it.
They're so
But
fun.
it's because I'm not going to say his name, comedian at the Comedy Store. You know, he'd been doing a cruise. He'd been doing cruises. He'd been on doing stand up on a cruise.
Yeah.
And I passed him. And you know how it is, man. Like at the Comedy Store, especially, you run into comedians who are in very dark places. Like when comedians go dark, it's like a black hole. You know, it's amazing. And he's like, yeah, I've just been on this, just been in a stand up on a cruise ship. And I'm like, whoa, that sounds so fun.
Oh.
And he goes, it was hell.
You don't want to do
hell.
that.
He's like,
You
what do you
never wanna
do?
that.
But that made me, just the look on his face of just,
stand up on a cruise ship is and I know it's changed, and I know I'm a very fortunate place to be playing where I play, but it's never been something I wanted. I did it one time for Travel Channel.
Oh my
They
God.
had me do stand up on by the way, not an audience, like no one's there for a collective reason.
Right.
You got to work clean.
Yeah.
It is very wildly diverse. It's a cruise, and it's their vacation, so you're more. It's their room. It's not your room.
Right.
I did stand up on a cruise one time for Travel Channel. Didn't get hired. Didn't do cruise ship comedy.
Right.
And it was. I mean, the reason I ended up doing well is because I wasn't being paid by the cruise liner.
Right.
So when the black guy in the all white outfit started heckling me, I was like, just tell this human Sharpie to sit down. And the place went nuts. And I was just started making fun of black dudes. And by the way, the cruise people are like, what the fuck are you doing? I was getting off the ship the next day in Jamaica.
Didn't matter.
I was destroyed the room. But when you do, my cruise is different. My cruise is a comedy cruise. So it is only my fans on the boat.
Yes.
Last year, we embark on a Thursday. Thursday night, we drank the boat dry of vodka.
Wow.
They had to send a charter boat out to port to race back with more vodka for Friday morning.
Holy
shit. The gambling, every comic is sitting at a table gambling.
Wow.
You're hanging out with your favorite comics, your favorite podcasters.
Yeah.
It is, I would love for you to do it because we do live podcasts and you're fucking, dude.
I mean, it sounds fun. Like I've never been on a cruise ship. It just
It's the Norwegian
I've only
Jewel.
seen like Poop Cruise or like the Poop Cruise show.
Yeah, no.
Trainwreck Poop Cruise.
That shit happens.
Or that woman who was on the cruise ship and fucking like disappears, but really she got kidnapped off the cruise ship. And they say that's one of the like a way people get human trafficked.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
and by
my
the way,
God.
we were on a cruise when someone died on the cruise. You know, a lot of old people go on cruises.
Yeah, and they just
that's better healthcare than
on the cruise.
Instead of going to retirement communities, they become cruisers and they just get on different ships and travel the world.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I think there's healthcare on the cruise.
That is cool.
Yeah, medications are free.
Dude, this is like this whole talk of seasteading. Have you heard of this? It's basically you get a bunch of, it's not cruise ships, oil platforms in international waters and create sort of utopias out of, in international waters. So there's maritime law, meaning like anything goes. I'm not sure what maritime law is, but I think
pirates run maritime law.
Yeah.
Dude, when you look at those people who get on boats, and I'm obsessed with these people on Instagram who live on boats, they just live on boats and they travel around the world. They're always young. They always have one Australian or they're both Australian. And I always think, dude, what is stopping just a group of fucking horrible men just getting on a boat, going from boat to boat, killing everyone on the boat, stealing everything, taking...
Sure, it happens.
It has to happen.
Happens all the time.
I'd have to have a machine gun on my boat.
Dude, I mean, they do have those on the... I've watched the same... I think I have the same algorithm because I do watch the, like, kids out there, and you're just so like, holy shit, dude, I don't know how to do anything. These people, they can like repair their ship, catch fish, they talk to dolphins. You're like, what the fuck did I do with my life? What am I doing?
All right, no, then okay, this is a great. I've chewed this in my brain forever. We grew up in a time when we were children. I didn't have one uncle who sailed around the world. I didn't know anyone who sailed around the world.
No.
I can tell you off the top of my head 20 people who are sailing around the world. Now, is it performative? Meaning, would they have done it if there was no Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
It's like no slight. I love ultra marathoners, but it does seem that it got really popular when it was postable.
Don't offend the ultra marathoners. It's nice that you said that.
I'm really close with a bunch of them.
Oh, really?
100, yeah, a lot of them, yeah.
Well, look, here's the thing. I am sure that there's always been outsiders sailing around the world.
Yes.
But they couldn't really they were like having to eat fish and like, live off the sea, So if I'm some kid
Usually
and I need
they were crazy.
If you're crazy,
They were
running
crazy.
away from something,
They were broke.
But I get that. It's like, oh, if you can monetize that level of absolute freedom, who can blame you? I don't know if it's for the views. I think it's for the potential like income source when you're out there in the ocean. It's not like there's a lot of money you can make floating out in the ocean.
It's like I watched a dude run across he ran, I think, across Australia, or ran a marathon every day for his grandmother. His grandmother died, so he did it for his grandmother. And I was like, a fun story to track. But I go, would this have happened 20 years ago? Like,
I know what you're saying.
How much of life is performative?
Yeah.
And when you choose not to be performative, how can you live life? Like, does that make sense?
What is it? How can you not be performative? What does not performative look like?
It is following your inner instinct on everything and never thinking about anyone. I'll tell you a moment that I had, and it's whatever it is. It's gross to share because it's honest and,
Let's
honest.
hear it.
But one morning, I don't remember who the girl was, but we were getting ready to go on the road. Everyone would meet in my house, and then we'd all leave, take a car from my house to LAX.
Yeah.
And it's like 6 a.m. and I had gotten up and worked out, and I got into the sauna, and it was cold out, and my windows for my gym are open, and I got out of my sauna and I said to myself, I do not want to get my polar plunge. I don't. And I heard them talking in my gym, and I heard them say, he already worked out today? And I heard that. And they're like, yeah, he's in the sauna right now. And they're like, and he'll polar plunge? And my assistant at the time, Pete, was like, yeah, he does it every morning. I was like, oh, get in the polar plunge. Let them hear you in the polar plunge. So I got in the polar plunge. I was like, oh. And they're like, he's polar plunging right now. And I realized I didn't want to be in there. I was doing it so they heard me in there. So that the story of Bert getting up and working out and sauna and polar plunge was in fact true. I didn't want to be the guy that walked into the gym and was like, it's too cold for me today.
Right.
And I was like, what world am I living in? When we did the Two Bears 5K, the first one in LA, a young lady fell, blew out her knee, fell, and hit her head. And this is like the grossest I've ever felt. And I dropped down to a knee, and I grabbed her head, and she was crying. And I said, hey, I'm here. You're going to be okay. We're going to get someone to help you. And a voice in my head said, is there a camera covering this?
Right.
This is a really great moment to capture.
Right. Right.
The fuck?
You're so funny.
Is that everyone, or is that just me?
You are really one of the funniest people I know on the planet, man.
Why?
I don't know. You just, like the way, I don't know, like you take certain crystals, light shines through it, it distorts it in a certain way. Yeah. You're like a crystal that you're just funny. You can't not be funny. You can say that and it seems hilarious. Someone else might say that and it's like, oh my fucking God, dude, you need therapy. But you can say it. But also I think that's just a very honest, that's just a very honest depiction of what it means to be a human being. We are constantly being observed. We do live in a panopticon, cameras everywhere, but the cameras, for most of us, it's our mind. Because there's us, or some sense of like, this is me, I'm Bert, this is what I'm like. I love my fans. I do cruises. I wanted someone to take a picture of me helping somebody. Whatever these things are, but But then there's a part of you that's aware of that because you need those two things to be able to narrate your life, right?
It's the person that's not aware of it that I'm skeptical of. The person this is where I think I witness it. When I see someone being performative, but they're not acknowledging it, and they're like, yeah, this is just who I am. And you're like,
See, I think that's a very sort of existential take, which is a sense of like, yeah, you might not realize you're just a puppet on strings, and a lot of those strings are controlled by the way you want people to perceive you. And even worse, the things controlling you are also puppets because you have no idea what anyone else thinks or gives a shit. There's usually a sense in humans that people are thinking about them or caring about them much more than they are, when the reality is that no one's really thinking about you at all. And no matter what it is, like no matter what it is. And so the reason
no one is thinking about you
at all.
Think about it real quick. Who are you thinking about?
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing.
You're thinking, for sure, you're thinking about yourself more than anyone else is. And then you're horrified because in your mind, you've invented a fantasy that these people are thinking about you in a certain way, when number one, those people don't exist. They're in your head. You've sort of created a shitty replica of a person, no idea of what their inner life is like at all. And then
I've created them top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Yes.
Top to bottom. And that's real, but just know you're really not, when you're being performative, if you really think about it, you're performing for yourself. You're not performing for anyone else, in the sense that, yeah, someone might observe you and laugh or something like that, but you don't know. Could be a fake laugh. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know, like they might be flickering in and out of awareness. You just have no idea what's going on with people. Yeah. So you're performing for yourself.
Yes. So you're driving motivation in life.
Put on a good show for yourself. I mean, if we're going to look at, like, if the motive in a person's life is recognition or if that's the motive, is like people recognizing you, really it's love. I mean, if you cut to the brass tacks here, I'd say you want people to love you.
That's
you
it.
You like to be loved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you probably, a lot of comics, they developed this mutation to get that love because the environment they were in wasn't naturally flowing with love. And so they had to be love miners, and to crack through the granite of the family system, they came up with a personality that was funny. And
oh my God. Fuck. You just fucked me up. Am I even really me?
Yes.
Or am I just a response to a ton of traumas that I didn't enjoy, and now I'm just deflecting? Everything about me is simply reacting to these things that happened to me as a kid. Because as you said that, I'm going to tell you what exactly I was thinking of.
Yeah.
From 8th grade until 28 years old, for that period of time, never once did I ever hear a group of girls that I was friends with say, do you know who we should set up Courtney with? Bert. They always said a different name. Always, my whole life.
Yeah,
and I was always like, I'm right here. There's no one going to just do you know what you want to? And as you were saying this, I was like, and how many times did I become the life of the party, or be a little louder, or smile a little, hey, I'm not affected by any of that, when it really totally affected me? What would authentic Bert be?
That's crazy to imagine. You were like one blowjob from Courtney away from not being this incredible comedian. She could have just one late night blowjob, and we wouldn't have a Bert Kreischer. You'd be, who knows?
I would have gotten what I needed.
You'd be on a boat somewhere. You'd be floating out at sea, a tattoo of Courtney on your arm.
Or maybe a lawyer.
Well, but really what you identified there is actually, it is okay, number one. It's you're you're connecting to something called dependent co-arising. And so the idea is that no one can exist independently of causes and conditions. So previous causes and conditions gave you a set of experiences that have led you up to this moment.
Yeah.
And so what that means is that you're inextricably woven in to all reality. You can't separate yourself. So in other words, realizing like, oh my God, am I just some kind of reaction? It's like, absolutely, you literally are a chemical reaction. The reason you're alive right now is because you're having a series of incredible chemical reactions that are so profound and complex. It's like getting your heart to beat and getting oxygen into your blood and digesting food. And then on top of that, the neurological processes that are happening, which we don't even fully understand. And then all of these things are a reaction. And they're, and so of course your personality would also be a reaction. And the dream of some authentic self usually has wrapped up in it a kind of isolationist desire to be alone.
Holy shit, Duncan. Like what? So like, you know, the people that, I wish I had another example, but you know, I'll try to do it politically correct so it doesn't come out. Like, you know, the people that were, I'm going to say because it's easier. I knew that word kind of shuts down a room. Sorry. But you know, like.
Easier than what?
Shuts down the channel.
Okay, you know, like the
What's
one
the
person,
hard word for?
I was going to say essay. That's what Tom says now. Tom says essay. Right?
Yeah, that's politically correct.
Tom says essay.
Is it politically correct, or is it because the algorithm? If you say
it's because Tom,
it's
Tom. Tom was the
YouTube
first
will
person that
demonetize.
was cognizant of the algorithm for me. So he was like, I watched him change words and express. He's still expressionless, but our thumbnails were always me going. So like I was late to it, and I still think, I got to be honest with you, I think it ruined podcasting.
What?
Everything that we're doing in podcasting.
What ruined podcasting?
Thumbnails. Thumbnails.
Thumbnails.
Ruin podcasting.
Yeah, right. Because you get worried.
Fucking-
You're trying to do this strange dance for the fucking algorithm, man.
Here, let's do our thumbnail real quick. Duncan blows Bert's mind. Fucking so stupid. I remember the day he told me, and I said, please let's not be those people. And he was like, this great podcast, but it's gone. The podcast is gone now because they all got accused of bad stuff because they were all just thumbnail people. And then people.
Thumbnail people. That's a great term for it. Thumbnail people.
They're all thumbnail people.
Oh my God. You're right. It's like, yeah, you could either be a thumbnail person for the infinite algorithm, which is, you know, has a lot of different names for it, the Sanatan Dharma, the eternal way, whatever you want to call it. Or you could be a thumbnail person for this new emergent pseudo reality where people are trying to conform to some kind of complex evolving set of desires that represent like some whatever people are clicking on, and somewhere in there you sort of no longer have anything interesting to say.
Dude, I watched a video the other day of Ronda Rousey, and the thumbnail was, he ate my pussy. And nowhere in the entire interview did she ever say anyone ate her pussy. It was clickbait. And I watched the whole fucking 25 minutes. I watched 25 minutes waiting to find out who ate her pussy.
Why do you want to know who ate Ronda Rousey's pussy?
So I was doing an interview with her, and I was
preparing for the interview.
I was preparing for the interview.
So I heard Barack Obama ate your pussy.
But it's. I remember when it happened to us, and we were standing out there, and Tom's like, we're doing thumbnails now. They're really popular. And I was like,
my God.
I was like, Paul, please don't let us do thumbnails. And he's like, trust me.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, then I think people tune in for the thumbnail moment as opposed to want to hear, like, this is not a thumbnail conversation.
No.
I don't know how you thumbnail, but I think it's fucking rich and engrossed in like what is happening to people. It's my fucking 53rd birthday, and I'm wondering, am I really me, or am I the person? Look, did you find the video? He ate my pussy. Do you see it? That's the fucking video.
Exposed.
He ate my pussy. No one ate her pussy.
Ronda Rousey reveals W's darkest.
He ate my pussy. No, never does she say in that fucking interview anyone ate her pussy.
Hear that, Rumble recap? Get your shit together, man.
It's actually a brilliant interview. It actually is. It's actually a very, I'll tell you what, I gotta be honest, Rumble Recap does talk about professional wrestling. No, hold on. I gotta defend Rumble Recap. They cover professional wrestling in a really, really nuanced, kind of beautiful way. But you lied to me. Here's my point. We're having a conversation about, am I really me? Am I really me? Am I really me? Or am I a reaction to all the things that I remember? Oh my God, this is too deep for me. I'm not smart.
I don't
enough to have this
believe you.
conversation.
I think you're a very deep person.
Yeah, but not like you. I wish I knew bigger
I think
words.
you are very deep, just like me.
Let's call my daughter and find out. Who's deeper, Duncan or Dad? She go, oh, Duncan, Dad. Come on.
Yeah, but
Dad.
you're a dad. Your kid's not gonna. You don't think your dad's deep.
But it's like, okay, so this is what I was gonna say. My wife was sexually assaulted in college, and she said that moment will not define me. I'm not going to be the person that was sexually assaulted, and then that moment that this guy did, this horrible human being did, that is not who I am.
Yeah.
I will get past that.
Right.
However, there are people we know that are huge activists, and they had one sexual assault, and then that became their personality, and then that one action kind of affected the way they saw the world. It's like the guy gets a DUI, and then all of a sudden he's a spokes guy, and he goes around and talks about DUIs in high schools, and you're like, that was one DUI. You should have gotten past that and done something else. I'm not saying that I've never been sexually assaulted, I don't think, but
I think
I'm not
you'd
saying
remember.
I don't know. You'd be shocked.
You'd remember.
No, not like I think if I was held down but some weird shit happened in our neighborhood, at times. So
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But Ice Cube up the asshole. Hey, I was fucking 11. I don't know what are you gonna do. It wasn't even in there.
I think
It's
it
water.
depends who put it in your asshole.
Neighbor. Anyway, so
You were
next neighborhood ever. Anyway, my point being is everyone can very quickly identify that one woman who was sexually assaulted and then becomes this activist, and that is their thing. And then that is that one action to find them. However, what we fail to see is that a bunch of actions have simply defined us, put us in our lane just a little gentler. We didn't see it happen.
Right.
And all of a sudden we think we are who we are.
Right.
I think I am this big drinking, shirt off, big smile, have a great time, seize the day, carpe diem, tomorrow's never promised. Or what a handful of blowjobs not been that guy.
You never know. I mean, who knows? It's the great mystery. Well, no, that's the thing. You can't really answer that question yet. And, it gets even deeper if you believe in reincarnation, because the idea is it's a lot of the things that you're reacting to didn't even happen in this life, but it's karma emerging from previous incarnations into this life, mixing in with all the decisions that you're making now. So basically from that perspective, you're just, it's past lives all the way down. And so there's karma that hasn't even appeared in your life yet from previous incarnations. And so all of these things really point towards, it's not meant to sort of get you to a place of like, oh my God, I'm nothing, or I'm powerless, or anything like that. But it's really to sort of get you to take it easy on yourself instead of recognizing that you aren't in control as much as you think you are, that you aren't driving the bus, even though that might sound fun. It's very, very stressful when people want to be God and control everything around them and think that they're in control of things that they're not in control of at all, and then planning for the future or always thinking about the past, and then not doing a carpe diem. Because how can you do carpe diem if you're thinking about past carpe diems or future carpe diems?
I that sentence made so much sense to me. It's not even, seize the day isn't even the quote, as a matter of fact.
What is it?
It's longer than that. I've gotten a little obsessed with this quote. Will you Google what carpe diem, the full quote is? It's carpe diem quam minimum credula postero. It seize the day, but put very little trust in tomorrow.
That's great.
And I like that. Put very little trust in tomorrow is the part I like, because I go, yeah, I'm here today. Like I was just talking to Christina. We're talking about, cancer. She was like, it's crazy how little you give a fuck about anything.
That's true.
Once you realize, oh shit, I may not have I have tomorrow, but that's not promised.
It's incredible. It's incredible, man. It's like it frees you. You don't even realize how chained you are to some sense of a statistical lifespan. So you don't realize that a lot of your identity is wrapped up in this completely ridiculous belief that you're going to make it to your lifespan, which a lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't.
And so you've been living according to this false temporal bank account is what I call it. And you think you have all these years in the bank account, and then it's suddenly you get a email from the bank that's like, hey man, you're about to overdraw your life account. And
what the fuck am I doing? You're right. I have in my head a number that I go, easily that.
Yeah, sure.
77, I'll definitely get in 77.
Right.
My dad's 77, I'll make 77.
Sure.
And then I go, so what if there was an app? What if Whoop could predict? And Whoop was like, oh, give you a heads up. You slept great last night, but you got 6 months left. And you're getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. There's nothing you can change. You can't change
know.
it. And you were like, well, then what the fuck? Do I, holy fuck, do I finish this tour? Hey, Lafayette, I may not be there. Because who knows? What? Or am I doing what I'm meant to do?
Yeah.
I think I'm doing what I'm meant to do. Whatever the trauma that happened that makes me love that transaction more than the things that affect of telling people a joke and making people laugh and bringing joy to people, that is in fact my calling, and I should be grateful for all the effects that happened to me to steer me in that lane. I should be grateful that no one ever wanted to suck my dick.
Yeah, of course. Everyone owes a great debt of gratitude to those that didn't suck their dick.
And it's just perspective. Wild thought experiment. But the woman who was sexually assaulted, who now is an advocate, has probably helped millions of women deal with their thing.
Right.
And so she shouldn't be grateful that happened to her, but she should be comfortable with her path and saying, I'm doing the right thing.
How about this? This is what's so cool about being human, as opposed to a poodle. Your dogs, you notice, I don't know, when you have to sneeze and you just sneeze, you can't really do anything about it. The sneeze just comes out.
Yeah.
For a dog, I think everything is almost a sneeze. You know what I mean? It's a constant, except the sneeze is a bark.
Yeah.
The sneeze is a pissing on the floor.
Or falling asleep. I'm always blown away by how quick they can fall asleep.
Exactly. But they're not doing, they're just fully in, not completely, but they're fully in this sort of automatic mode, right? A human, what's incredible about us is a human can take any occurrence, any event, whatever it may be. The classic example that shows up in existentialist literature is smiling on your way to the gallows. They're about to hang you and you're having a great fucking day. And it's so fuck you. You have no power over me at all. Yeah, go ahead, kill my body. I still think I'm noticing how beautiful the sunlight is on the grass this morning, or the clouds look very beautiful today. And this is sort of think of Sisyphus, cursed by the gods, rolls a boulder up a hill, has to watch the boulder go back down. This philosopher Camus said that the moment Sisyphus, when he gets up to the top of the hill, knowing that boulder's just going to roll back down again, the moment he smiles because he's happy, he defeats the gods. The gods couldn't do anything to him because humans have this incredible ability to turn poison into medicine, or to find within them something that is just going to be blissful regardless. And I don't mean fake blissful or anything, but can connect to this moment right now. Because this moment right now is always great. And though I haven't been, I've yet to be led to the gallows, so I can't speak for that experience. I can tell you, like, when I didn't know how long I was going to live, it was fine. Things were fine. When my mom died, heartbroken, fine. Dad died, heartbroken, fine. So it's like and I don't mean in some sociopathic way. I mean within the absurdity of the damn thing is that within these moments that you've been dreading, somehow you will find these incredible, transcendent glimpses of something that doesn't really seem to be bummed out by catastrophe in the way that like you thought you would be. And now that's a long, wordy way to say.
No. I'm stuck.
And that's what you are. That's what you are. That's what I think comes out of you is not some performative fucking asshole who's like trying to look great for people, but is sort of vibrant, kind of like you're just in the moment as you. And I like that.
I love me at my favorite part of being me is meeting strangers. I really like ordering a coffee from Crystal today. There's no performance in it. I love smiling. And they go, how are you doing today? And I go, fantastic. I'm always doing fantastic. How are you doing, Crystal? She goes, working. And I said, I'm here to work. I go, all we do is work and take care of our kids. And she goes, I know. And I go, but would you want to do anything else? She goes, a vacation every now and then wouldn't be bad. I was like, yeah, but at the end of vacation, you just got to go back to work, right?
And then you're like, why don't you put some money away for my cruise?
Yeah. I would love to have Crystal on my cruise.
You should comp her on the cruise.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to the coffee shop at Austin. I should gift out some I should gift out some cruise packages.
There you go.
Yeah.
Give some, do it. But look, man, I think that you're
and
like,
it turns out she fucking, that always ends bad.
Yeah.
It always ends bad.
Yeah.
Because they're like, fuck, I didn't mention that I do meth. And you're like, oh,
yeah,
God.
You don't know everything about Crystal. You don't, that's how she got her name.
Yeah.
That's not her fucking name, dude. Yeah.
I love the phrase you said, because we're all kind of smiling on our way to the gallows.
Exactly.
Life is smiling on our way to the gallows.
Not all of us are, but
not all of us are.
And these days, smiling on the way to the gallows is actually considered a political act and will get people mad at you. Right now, on the way to the gallows, you're supposed to be really fucking angry and terrified. It seems like if you aren't exhibiting these traits, it marks you as a piece of shit. You're supposed to be like absolutely shitting your pants on the way to the gallows. And I'm sure, like, if I was someone's about to string me up and I see a Bert Kreischer laughing at a bird, I'm going to be like, don't you understand? We're about to get fucking hung. You know what that does? You ever heard of a hangman's dick? You know your dick gets hard?
No way.
Apparently when you hang somebody, their dick gets super hard.
I've listened to I was obsessed with the Reign of Terror in France. I was obsessed with it because it really represented cancel culture to me, like the purest version of cancel culture. Because the person who started it was also the end of it.
You mean they killed him?
That's how they ended the Reign of Terror, was by killing him.
Yeah.
And so in my head, I was like, just as a thought experiment, I was like, we got to find out who started cancel culture, right?
Yeah.
First person to cancel someone and then cancel them. But cancel culture is kind of gone now.
Well, you do sort of. I have noticed like people who have that in them. It does seem like they like really like back themselves into a corner because like they don't, it's alienate like being trying to destroy people's lives or essentially like spreading fear out into the world as your personality. Some people have that as their personality.
That's so bad.
You end up getting surrounded by a group of people who feed off of that kind of energy. They like it. It's a human sacrifice ritual. You're kind of like some sort of like participating in like, sacrificing someone. And so that you don't want to be surrounded by cultists who love human sacrifice, because inevitably they're going to want to put you up on the altar and sacrifice you. That's just the way it is. I mean, that's your odds of being human sacrificed.
Wow.
Directly go up based on the number of cultists you surround yourselves with. You participate in human sacrifice.
Pierre was his name.
They got him.
But you're right. If you spew the hate and negativity, that's who gets around you. That's who want the people who want it.
That's who you draw into your circumference, is people who, and they're like, hey, you haven't done a human sacrifice in a few months.
Oh my God.
Please burn someone else on the pyre for us. You're supposed to be the #1 witch hunter. And you know what I mean? It is, by the way, a lot of what's happening now is so similar to the witch hunts. If you don't vilify the right people right now, in which you're supposed to do, there's a set of people, and this one was hilarious to me.
If I had to pick teams, I'm going with the guys that have underground bunkers, and that's who they have. They all have underground bunkers. You know that, right?
Of course.
That's like the crazy thing to get.
Yeah.
And I got access to those underground bunkers now, so why would I not?
I'll tell you why
I'll
you don't.
take the hate
Let me
online
tell you
and
why
just
you
make sure I can get my family in an
Bert,
underground
here's
bunker.
why you don't want to. Don't go in a bunker. Don't go into bunkers.
This is the first time I ever heard of that whole concept of the underground bunkers that everyone's building, and I was like, for real? I'm so far out of the loop.
Yeah, well, this is just something you do when you have a lot of money, is you build your bunker. You want to live forever, which is one of the qualities of like the super wealthy, is because they're having such an opulent life, they want to extend their lifespan. This is a classic.
I think Peter was one of the first people in front of longevity research.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's a common thing that shows up around like technologists is because they're so into systems.
Brian Johnson.
I had him on my podcast. Great dude.
I liked him a lot.
I liked him a lot. But they want to extend their lifespan, which I think is very similar to when you're on ecstasy and you start coming down and you make the wretched mistake of taking another hit of ecstasy.
Ooh, that's
very
brilliant.
bad for you.
That's a great fucking analogy, Duncan.
Yeah, they just want to stay. They want. If you look at this human thing as like the universe snorting a rail of humanness, and you're having a great trip. Death would be coming down, and you don't want to come down. So by extending the human lifespan, it's basically what happens when you make ayahuasca versus DMT. You extend a DMT trip for 5 hours instead of 5 minutes, but it really could be that what's waiting for us on the other side of the veil here is infinitely better than this thing that we're experiencing right now.
It would be nice. It would be nice to know. I was thinking on my deathbed, I was thinking, I'm going to just tell everyone there's a God. Just give them solace.
You lied. Even though you don't believe it.
My nephew is, he won't hear this. He doesn't watch podcasts.
Yeah.
He's 6, I think. And he is obsessed with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And he came to me and he said, do you know any of the Dodgers? And I do. I know a couple of them. And he was like, I said, yeah. And he goes, who do you know? I said, who do you want me to know? And he goes, do you know Freddie Freeman? I go, fuck yeah. He goes, you know Freddie Freeman? I don't know Freddie Freeman. But he's 6, right? So why not let him believe in God? So I go, yeah, Freddie Freeman's awesome. And he goes, can you call him on the phone? And I was like, yeah, I'll call him on the phone. And then I just called Leanne's number. No one answered. I hang up. I go, I guess he's with his kid. And he's like, wow. Do you know Otani? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, wait, can you talk to Otani? And I said, yeah, I know Japanese. And my nephew's like, you're amazing. And I go, I know. And I just left. And I was like, one day he's going to find out I was full of shit. But I don't have to deal with that today. So on my deathbed, my daughters are there. My daughters do not believe in God. My wife believes in a higher power.
Yeah.
and I'm going to die and go, oh my God, Jesus, it's me. I'll tell them. Jesus is real. He wants you guys to believe in God. And I'm like, I'm coming to you now. And then I'm going to die.
Great idea.
Yeah, right?
Great idea.
Yeah.
The problem is if Jesus does come to you when you're dying now,
Now they're
no
going,
one's
no
going
one's
to
gonna
believe
believe
you.
me.
It's
I'm
mind
like, hold
fucking.
on.
No, it's not the joke.
What if I go, I'm going to get a pick?
Yeah, well, listen, I love that you're planning your death. I think that's a really like interesting exercise to do. That's
Well,
a good thing to do.
I love that I asked you that and you go, I don't know. I think about jumping off a building. I love that I know you. I'm very grateful.
Thanks,
when
man.
Leanne talks about gratitude all the time, I think she overuses the word. I don't think people understand gratitude. I talked to Christina. I think Christina understands gratitude right now because she is on the other side of a really shitty year. And
Yes.
as I was talking to her, she was explaining that you were very helpful in that journey. You were like, the very beginning, you're like, yo, ... this is it. And then,
Yeah.
and so sometimes I say, I want to feel gratitude and it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it does. But the one thing I'm grateful for is that period in my life in 2010, 2012, when we all started podcasting and we all got to know each other and we all got to hang out a lot.
It was cool.
And it was because I really do. I am grateful for my friendship with you. And when Georgia
Same.
called and when I found out that my daughter, that you're her favorite fucking podcast, it brought me so much joy that I had, in a very roundabout way, raised a great kid who, by the way, met someone when she was a child, had no idea who she met, and then came around at 20 years old, 21 years old, and found that person and thought that person has all the answers, and he makes me giggle, he makes me think, because that's what I felt when I met you.
Oh, thank you,
So
man.
the fact that my daughter and I would share a view of a person independently is like, must be like when, a son fucks his stepmom and he goes, wow, we both love the same lady. My dad loves her and I love her. That's a bad analogy. You know what I mean? That's a bad analogy.
You gotta wrap it up with something like that.
I don't know. I'm still Bert. I can't be fucking, I'm not.
You can't just say the gratitude thing. You gotta end it on incest.
Incest.
100%. And man, I love you. I think
I love
you're
you to death.
so funny. And thank you for having me on your show, man.
I'm so glad Tom wasn't here. Oh, sometimes I just want to leave this. Sebastian said something to me the other day. Sebastian, very profound dude.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a quiet guy. And the other day I thought to myself, hey, maybe I'm just boring. And then I was obsessed with the arrogance of boring people to think that they're just quiet.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that defines Tom Segura. The arrogance of boring. He's
not boring.
I know. I'm just joking. I love him to death. But I'm going to make you come on my cruise.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's my birthday today.
Congratulations.
If it's your birthday, send me some love. Send yourself some love. I'm good.
Send him
good.
love.
Send me
he
love.
wants love.
Get into Tom's comments and say, I like Bert so much, Tom. Thank you for introducing me to you.
Yes. Say that exactly.
Yeah. I love you to death.
No, if everyone just say that again, what you just said.
Thank you for introducing me to Bert. I love him so much.
That will be in the comments. You can copy and paste that into
Tom. Just in whatever post Tom wrote, just go, Tom, thank you for introducing me to Bert. I love him so much.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
No one ever says I introduced them to Tom. It's always, do you know what this woman did the other day? I know, I'm wrapping it up. Do you know what this woman did the other day?
What?
She goes, oh my God, I am such a fucking fan. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she goes, my son, I told him you're here. My son said, do not approach him. He won't take a picture with you. But I told him that you seem like you're in a good mood. It wasn't going to be a problem. And I said, okay. She goes, can I FaceTime my son? And I go, yeah. She FaceTime her son. She goes, I'm with Tom Segura. And her son looked in the FaceTime. He's like, that's not who that is. And her poor son was in the FaceTime going, "That's not Tom Segura." And I went, "What's up, dude?" I said, "You." And he was like, "Hi." I go, "I'm here with your mom. It's just me, Tom Segura, and your mom." And he goes, "Cool. Can I just talk to my mom real quick?"
Oh, God, that sucks.
Fucking, it was beautiful for me.
Beautiful.
Oh, I fucking, the look on that kid's face. By the way, the only other, by the way, and this is one of the funniest things, I've ever done, and I'm never going to stop doing it. Every time this happens, I was at a NASCAR event, Coca-Cola 600. I'm walking out of the suite or whatever. I'm getting to the elevator, and the suite door opens. Young kid, probably 14 years old, comes out and he goes, "Holy shit, Bert Kreischer." I went, "What's up?" And he goes, "The Machine." And he's with his mom. His mom's probably my age and a little confused, very pretty. And he was like, "Dude, can I get a picture?" And I go, "Yeah." And I go, "You want me to take the shirt off?" And he was like, "Please." And his mom's like, "What's going on?" So I take the shirt off, and he goes, "Mom," and she goes, "Wait, who are you?" And I go, "I'm a gay porn star." and the kid, Duncan, in the best delivery ever, the kid looks at me and goes, "Real cool, dude." He knew there was no way he was going to get to his mom to believe that I was a comedian who takes his shirt off. It was too much. And he goes, "Now I just got to tell my mom I watch gay porn."
Real cool, dude.
Real cool. The way he said it. Real cool, dude.
You're the best.
Hey, do you have anything to promote?
When does this come out?
November 3rd. 1972.
Yeah, I'm coming to the. Hold on, let me just look real quick. Hold on 1 second. I can't remember the name of the place.
Lafayette, Louisiana this week. I just know that's the Baltimore. I'm coming on the Tops Off Permission to Party World Tour. And then my cruise. I hope, by the way, we've announced my cruise already, because if not, I just fucking shit the bed. There's no way to edit that out. There's no way to edit that out. By the way, hey, guess what? We're announcing the cruise today, all right?
That's cool.
We just announced it. Fuck. I probably should have checked with someone.
What's the name of that club in Tampa? I can't believe.
Side Splitters.
I'm at Side Splitters in Tampa. I think the weekend. Oh, thanks for pulling that up. Oh, wait.
Look at this.
Is that my
This
dates?
weekend, Richmond Heights, Missouri.
Not this weekend, next weekend.
No, this is this weekend.
This weekend. I'm going to be at Richmond
Missouri.
Heights at Helium. I don't think I've ever been there. And then Side Splitters in Tampa.
The
I'll see you there.
21st, the 20th, the 22nd. By the way, I'll be in Tampa January 30th at the whatever that arena is called now.
You got to say that, huh?
I got to sell tickets too.
You had to say that.
We all got to sell tickets.
That's
Duncan.
true.
I love you to death.
I love you too.
Hey, will you talk at my funeral?
Yeah, I'd be honored.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's all I needed to hear.
Pretty busy next year, though.
Wait, hold on.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call 2 bears, 1 cave.